When you hear those things that go bump in the night, right? What's the first thing that comes to mind, Michelle?
It's a ghost.
Is it really? Is that what you think?
Yes, I do think my house is haunted. But if you're one of those people that hopes that you have some haunted house guests, which I do think some people do.
My wife.
Yeah, there's a show coming to GR you cannot miss. It is called Ghosts, Do You Believe? Featuring one of the greatest ghost hunters around. Dustin Perry has been part of the Ghost Hunters International, Ghost Nation, among others, and he has dedicated decades of his life to researching the paranormal. He is joining us live via Zoom to tell us more about this show. Dustin, thanks for being with us.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks so much for having me here. It's my favorite topic to talk about. I'm glad to hear you already have activity at your place.
Yeah, always, right? I've always lived in old houses, and there's always something going on. But tell us about this tour. This is actually a live show that people can attend. What happens here?
So Ghost Do You Believe is going to be set up in two parts, right? So the first part, I'm going to kind of go over my own personal stories, my adventures overseas, show people some evidence from the cases that I've really cared about. And the second half of the show, we'll have the audience members be able to ask me their own questions and share some of their own paranormal ideas. And I kind of feel like the thing that people are really going to be surprised about is I'm not there to try to force my beliefs on anybody. I want them to ask bigger questions. You know, the whole title of the show is a question in itself. I'm going to present some evidence. We'll talk about some cool topics, Ouija boards, and seances, and mediumship. And like, do you believe in it? What are your thoughts about these things?
So this isn't so much a here's what it is. This is a, well, kind of an exposure.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? Do you think this is true or not? This has got to change from city to city, though. I mean, I'm heading to Boston in a few weeks, and there's so much history there. They talk about the paranormal there. Does the show change as you go from city to city?
Absolutely. I want to make sure that we are adding in a little something about each local venue. So every place that we are appearing and bringing this show, I'm going to take some of the local theater traditions and stories and incorporate that into the performance. Because I think a lot of people go, you know, your subscribers, you go to all the shows there, you don't know the ghostly activity of the hauntings that happen there behind the stage. And so those are the things I want to make people more aware of and really bring the theaters to life with their own haunted history.
I love that. And let's talk about your haunted history a little bit because, I mean, you had an encounter that got you into this in the first place. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I like to call it my gateway ghost. That started when I was 9 years old, right? I had that stupid little bowl cut down to here. I was a petrified little kid. And I looked up in my doorway of my childhood bedroom, and there was what we would now call a shadow figure. And it was just standing there, and the back hallway was lit up. My family was awake down the hall, and I was so terrified I couldn't make a sound. I just covered my head with my blankets, and I said my prayers. I was like, I never want to see this thing again. And now here we are, you know, like 30-something years later, and I've traveled the world looking for these things because I just wanted to know more about it, and it's just been so intriguing. And I've learned that we are spirits in a human experience. We are not from here. We do not stay here. And there's so much for us to learn. And I want people to ask those bigger questions about what happens after we die. How do we face death? And that's what we're going to talk about here on stage.
Wow, this is
deep.
Yeah,
right?
that may be what maybe folks were thinking of when they heard about this tour. There's got to be a memorable investigation that you've been out there. I mean, was there ever an investigation as a grown-up that made you want to put the covers over your head?
There's definitely those. I don't walk around with a bunch of false bravado. I get very afraid. I don't like long shadowy hallways and darkened rooms, but that's part of the gig, right? But we did one overseas in the Philippines at this Clark Air Base. It was an outpost for U.S. soldiers in World War II in Vietnam. Only case I've ever been. The 2 to 3 nights I was there, everything our client brought us in to see, we actually witnessed a white misty apparition, the sound of footsteps, the sound of American soldiers talking to each other. And we played this back for this once very proud gentleman who was now elderly and became kind of a laughingstock in his town. And we played this for him, and this once very proud man broke down in tears, finally having the evidence of what he experienced so many moons ago. It was such a great time. And those are the things that really keep me going. Yeah, I love the paranormal. I love when I get to witness something. But to know that you're helping other people to understand, that really is what I take home from all of this.
Wow. And you know, it's interesting to hear you say that you get scared, because I would be terrified to like actively walk into a lot of these situations. Talk about the preparation that you do to get ready. I mean, obviously it's emotional, it's physical, it's mental. What do you do to get ready for this?
Yeah, you need to keep yourself in a good balance, just like you said, emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally, and then prepare yourself to go into these places. Doing a little research about the history of the building and the people that lived there is very, very important. But I also have little distraction techniques to help me if I get too scared about things. So audio makes a big difference, right? So I remember the old sitcom, The Facts of Life from the 80s when I was a little kid. So sometimes I sing that song in my head just to calm me down when I'm going by all those big doors and stuff. Just takes you out just enough to make you feel comfortable.
Take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life.
Yeah, any port in a storm there, doesn't
Wow.
whatever it takes.
Okay.
Whatever it takes.
I love that.
The facts of life, the facts of life. No, I'm going to be singing it all day, for crying out loud. Hey, final question for you. Let's say you're talking to somebody like me, who's a skeptic. Okay, I'm not. My wife loves this stuff. I'm one of those types of people. Are they invited?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I encourage skepticism, not just with the paranormal, but every aspect of this life. We should never just trust or do things because other people say it. So absolutely, and that's what I want people to do. I want them to ask these questions. That's why we have that second act of the show. I want to handle the most crazy questions people have. I want to help the skeptics to just ask bigger questions. You don't have to walk out of there a believer, but just be open-minded and just take a look at the evidence I present and the stories that I share, and then just make up your own mind.
I love it. Dustin, thank you so much for being with us, and looking forward to this show. Coming up April 24th, GLC Live at 20 Monroe at 7 p.m. GhostDoYouBelieve.com if you want tickets for this one. And yeah, looking forward to it. Todd?
I tried.
Well, it's kind of hard when you just get up and walk behind me.
Yeah, you saw me do it, so it kind of spoiled the surprise. That's all the time we have today. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow right here at 10 a.m.
Have a great day.